What's going on, everybody? Your man, Eric Wilson, Sports Arena. I already got the fellas in here, Mike Caratenuto and my man, Alex Fleming. So, as you saw, and I'm sure as everybody heard, breaking news, Taysom Hill getting the start on Sunday against the Falcons. And I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what's going on. I'm going to have to defer to my brothers because I truly believed that Jameis was going to get his start against a team that he knows because he's played them in the division. And the Atlanta Falcons, I mean, granted, Raheem Morris, he's doing great things, 2-1, but this team can get got. And the fact that Taysom Hill is getting the start, before I let Alex go, Mike, I got to ask you, we just saw this, so I got to know your thoughts, man.
Well, I said to you, I think it's just smoke and mirrors. I think it's fake. Why does a coach, if I'm coaching you guys, right? If you're my starter, Eric, and Alex is my known backup, but somebody else is there and they're battling, and I'm going to start Alex, why do I have to tell anybody? I don't have to tell anybody. It's like I relate it to hockey, upper body or lower body injury. In every other sport, it's like, oh, their thumb is screwed up or their knee or this or that. Hockey's upper body, lower body. That's it. So I think Sean Payton is, in a way, the puppet master there because he didn't want to say it in the beginning. Why do you have to say who's starting? So if Taysom Hill is starting, I am surprised, but I think it's, maybe he takes the first snap. I think it's smoke and mirrors. I really do. Because if I'm a head coach of you guys, I'm not telling anybody who's starting. I'm pulling a Bill Belichick. It's a game time decision. We're battling. It's a game time decision.
Okay, but isn't there some kind of code of ethics or code of integrity or code of honor that, if your initial starter is not playing, you at least have the decency to say this guy is starting? I mean, come on.
Within the building, sure. I would tell you guys within the building. But not outside. Nobody needs to know.
Fine. Alex, go ahead, brother. I know it. Go.
Guys, stop. You're absolutely right, Mike. It's a trap. It's a damn trap. You know what? Taysom Hill might start the first 2, maybe 3 plays. Jameis Winston is the starter for this team. Look, this is how bad we allow the media and news to control our heads and brain cycles. Who came in after Drew went down in the game against San Francisco? That's answer number 1. Number 2, Taysom Hill was with the team before Teddy Bridgewater was with the team. Who came in and replaced Drew Brees last year when he was down for 5 games? That's answer number 2. Question number 3. Who threw for 5,000 yards last year versus a guy that had 17 pass attempts last year?
But he also threw for 30 interceptions, Alex. You can't ignore that. He also threw for 30 interceptions.
You can hate on the man all you want to.
I
have one guy who's been a starter in the league for 5 years versus a 30-year-old man who hasn't started an NFL game.
Pump your brakes. I'm not hating on Winston. Pump your brakes right there. I'm not hating on him. What I'm simply saying is facts are facts. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Okay? He has given
numbers
a new
lie. We got a guy that has less than 1,000 yards passing versus a guy that's got 5,109 yards last year.
I get that.
Sean Payton is playing you guys like a heart from hell. I hate to quote the Penguin, but if you really truly believe that a 30-year-old never starting quarterback in the NFL is going to start against a division rival for the entire game, I got some oceanfront property in Montana to sell you.
Okay, so then answer me this. Riddle me this. Call me down for your free reading, Miss Cleo. What if he does play the whole game? What if Taysom Hill does, in fact, get his debut start against the Atlanta Falcons? I'm just asking a question. What if he does?
All right. If he does, I'm with Alex, too. I'm a little shocked. Here's the thing. And the one thing that's been said, we've known from Taysom Hill, if he's more valuable as a Swiss Army knife, because, yes, he can launch the ball down the field. I get what you're saying about the 17 passes, Alex, but there are times that Sean Payton's put him in, maybe run a kind of half reverse, and he's launched the ball further than Brees can. Okay, fine. But that being said, you can't tell me that it is an advantage a little bit, Alex. I will say this, because there is no the last college film on him at quarterback is from college. I mean, the 17 snaps you said, and the 17 snaps you said. Oh man. And that's about it. But that being said, to me, it's one of those things where when you look at it, I would be very shocked because if Tim Tebow, this is my thing, Tim Tebow could have been a Swiss Army knife, but he was too proud Swan to be quarterback, right? Taysom Hill has accepted it and excelled in Sean Payton's offense. So why are you going to limit him? Because to me, you're just making it easier that the defense is just going to – the defense will be able to be like, all right, this is what we can load up on, and they'll make quick adjustments. So if I'm Sean Payton, I just say it's a game-time decision. I mean, in this day and age, everybody's trying to break it, and there's this and that. Who's starting? Who cares? Like, it's a game-time decision. They've been battling. It's closer than
Sean Payton's not lying to anybody. Taysom Hill will probably start the game. He won't finish the game as the starter. And it's a damn shame that we allow our media cycle to just control our minds and allow for this type of hypocrisy to assume that a 30-year-old quarterback that's never started an NFL game before, all of a sudden going to start a division rival game in week 11.
Okay.
Wait.
I'm gonna let no. I'm totally woke right now, and I'm gonna let both of you have your moment with this particular conversation. But here is what I will say to both of you. I want to look at time and possession as far as how long or how many snaps. Let's put it like this: how many snaps does Taysom Hill take versus how many snaps that Jameis Winston takes? Because I guarantee you, if Taysom Hill's number is greater than Jameis Winston's, I don't want to hear nothing from the two of you about a 30-year-old guy with 17 snaps not making his debut against a divisional opponent. So you can spin it any way you want to. But the fact of the matter is, whether Taysom Hill starts, as you said, Alex, in quotation marks, or in Mike's case, he has one or two of the first plays and then goes to Jameis, that's fine. But I'm telling you both this. If Taysom Hill has more snaps than Jameis Winston, both of y'all keep your trap shut.
Wait, I'm not saying he should. I just said it's fake. What I'm saying, too, is that, you know what it reminds me of? And this is so funny this is happening, guys, because as much as I always tease you about the history of the Cowboys, but Tom Landry did that with Roger Staubach. They were rotating per drive. So I could see something where it's drives, or series, to say the least, like series, this and that. Why not rotate them both? Make the defensive coordinator's life absolutely hell, because then, to your point, Eric, you can't adjust. So if they do have the same amount of snaps, or if Taysom Hill has a few more. But, I mean, it was one of those things where Roger Staubach wasn't named the starter until like I think against Washington, like the 8th week of the season or something like that. They were literally drive to drive. Tom Landry was and they were winning. So it's like, and Tom Landry was hell-bent on the 2-quarterback system. I'm not saying Sean Payton would do that. I'm just saying I think for Sean Payton to announce it now, I mean, okay, today is Friday. So what are they going to do? Go back and watch Taysom Hill's college film? Because guess what? Sean Payton's offense isn't the same. So I just, again, I appreciate it. I just want to, I'm kind of on the wait and see thing. I think it's like Sean Payton's just like, I'm just going to, he's from the Parcells tree. He's just going to make a joke of it.
All right, fine.
I'm starting to adapt this thing called common sense. When New Orleans was up 38-3, who was the quarterback to come in? Oh yeah, that's right. It was Jameis. When Drew went down with an injury, who went 6 of 10 and didn't throw the ball or turn the ball over? Oh yeah, that was Jameis. Now everybody's gonna say Taysom Hill's got that contract. Taysom Hill's the one getting paid. Taysom Hill got that contract before Jameis showed up. Had that contract when Teddy Two Gloves took over for Drew, and Jameis showed up on a 1-year contract, show-it deal, and he's the one who's been coming in whenever Drew's gone out or when Drew sat down.
But Alex, to piggyback,
your friend. Let common sense be your friend. Oh, and
Absolutely.
by the way, when Atlanta is going to look at all of this game tape and waste their time looking at Taysom Hill and how to stop him, and then when Winston comes in, because he happens to have played this division quite a few times.
Isn't that what I said?
Don't be shocked.
Well, right, and to piggyback off that too, it's one of those things where if you're Jameis Winston, again, Atlanta does have film on him, and again, it's an NFL team. They're prepared. They're going to be prepared for both. They're going to be. I find it very hard to think, even if it is Atlanta, whoever, even if it was the Jets. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm stretching there, but either way, they would be. they would be prepared for either quarterback. That's the thing too. But I look at it as for Jameis Winston, it's actually benefiting him in a way because, yes, look at what he does. Either way, whoever starts, when you have a healthy Michael Thomas, a healthy Emmanuel Sanders, and obviously Alvin Kamara, you don't have to do much. Just kind of sit there and guide them and let them go because that's going to help you. But for Jameis Winston, yeah, I mean, again, I'd be very surprised if it's, he comes out. He might even come out the first series. Oh, Taysom Hill was a starter, but, I just think I love Sean Payton. Again, I've always loved Sean Payton due to the fact that
I'm watching this game on Sunday specifically because I want to look at the snap count for both of these quarterbacks, but we shall see. Gentlemen, I appreciate your time for joining me here on the Sports Arena. Real quick, getting this done. We're going to talk later on today, I'm sure, and we'll be texting all throughout the weekend with regards to this. You know what? I was just very shocked by the news. And if, in fact, Sean Payton is the puppet master, yeah, he pulled my strings this morning. I'll be the first to admit it. Your man, Eric Wilson, alongside Michael Caratanudo, Believe in the Pac-12 podcast, and my man, Alex Fleming, Florida Sun Review, NFL contributor for the Jacksonville Jaguars and host of The Carousel. Everyone have a good Friday. We'll talk to y'all soon.